everybody, it's Paige here, head stylist at LuLaRoe, and today I'm going to show you how to style the perfect tee. So I want to tell you a little bit about this style because it honestly is one of my favorite tees here. It has a fun swing neck, which I love, super flirty slits in the side, and it also has a half sleeve, which is really flattering, and it just makes me feel more comfortable. It's loose. There's a lot of things you can do with belting and knots, and I love the perfect tee, so I'm going to show you first on one of these outfits with the help of one of my amazing assistants, Emily. Everybody say hello to her.
Hi guys.
So Emily is helping me every week with these webinars, and she is always rocking the style, and she is one of my mannequins in a sense today because she's wearing the perfect tee in a different way that I was going to show. So why don't you talk about your outfit?
Well, I'm pairing the perfect tee with leggings. It's pretty straightforward, just no knots or anything, just over leggings, and then I paired it with this cute Jackson, which I mean, you gotta love.
So perfect. Yeah, I love it. And you guys, I don't know if you can see her shoes. Even though you might not think that 3 different patterns and even different colors right now, it does work. She's pattern mixing like crazy, but it's so fun. As you can see, the burgundies in here, the yellows, and then she has this pop of color with the animal print. I love it. She's so creative. So great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so here we have the perfect tee with the Madison. As you can see, some fun pattern mixing like always. I'm always going to incorporate that because I want to make sure that you guys are getting that as well as just the style with the perfect tee. So I want to make sure that you notice patterns, textures, sizing, and I'll obviously explain that to you, but so let's go with this, the perfect tee in the Madison. I'm incorporating the reds, I'm incorporating the yellows here, some of these creams, both very bold prints, a lot going on, but these work. So with the Madison, and this goes really for some of the Lolas and Lucy's and other skirts, I prefer to tuck it in completely with this Madison, so I'll show you that. So for instance, with the Cassie or another skirt like that, this wouldn't work because it would be bunched up and showing under the skirt. But because the Madison has the pleats here, this works amazing. It's not too bulky, as you can see. You just make sure to grab the perfect tee underneath. And remember also, just with this look and every look, to wear your Madison mid-waist. So as you can see here, it's very clean. You don't notice that the perfect tee actually goes out and it's not straight fitted to the body. But I love this look. It's clean, it's simple. You can add a Joy, you can add a Sarah, a Jackson, a Harvey, whatever you feel like that day. Add maybe another pattern in there, but this is the perfect tee with the Madison skirt. Thank you. So here we have the perfect tee with the Carly. I'm loving these fall colors. As you can see, these 2 patterns go so well together. This is like the epitome of pattern mixing right here, 101. I'm also wearing these 2 styles together, but just a little bit different. So I like to belt it if I have a Sarah over, just to make it a little bit more feminine and accentuate the waistline. And here, actually, I'm loving this flowy look because both of these styles are flowy and not straight fitted to the body. It works. And you can also fold the sleeves here if you'd like to just add a little bit. But one of my favorite things about these 2 styles together is that you see the neckline here, the Carly shows, and it just adds a little bit. It's different, so you have almost color blocking from the perfect tee, but you're showing different patterns on the top and the bottom. It's my go-to sometimes on my days where I just want to feel comfortable. So I'm loving this look. It is the perfect tee with the Carly dress. I love how the Nicole pops out of the sleeve of the perfect tee, showing a little bit of that floral pattern in this. You can also fold these if you don't necessarily like to show the print of the Nicole, but sometimes beware of this a little bit if this is a thicker fabric, so you don't want it to be too bunchy and not look like complete squares. So as you can see here, it's getting a little bit too bunched and too thick. So for this one, I would leave it out. So what I'm gonna do is show you how to tie it in the back. So the first step is, I'll turn this to the side here. you have the slit here and you're gonna grab these front pieces. So I'll do that on both sides. So we have the slit here, I'm grabbing the front side, I'll pull that back around. And what you're gonna do is pull the perfect tee tight right at the waistline. As you can see, it's the hemline of the Nicole right there. And then I'll go ahead and turn this around. But what you can do is tie this in a knot. You pull it tight to the body, as you can see here. If there's any tags or anything like that, you're gonna wanna cut those or just hide those. And you'll make a little knot here. As you can see there, it's a cute little knot, especially with this fabric, it works really well. And with the other tees that actually do have the lighter lining in the inside, you still can use those. It just creates a different effect and different look. But I like this one because you don't have to hide as much. Usually you'll hide the fabric underneath of that underlying lining, but for this, you just let it hang. It creates a different look. It's almost like a little bow. One more time, I will show you. Like I said, you tuck anything that's missing, but then you have that knot in the back. So that is my favorite way to wear the perfect tee and the Nicole. Thank you. Okay, so I got a lot going on here. Little do you know, as you can see, there's 3 layers here. So this is the perfect tee, the Anna, and the Gigi. So I wanted to show you a couple ways that you can really get creative with your layering and really go that extra step to make that outfit complete. So here I have a Gigi underneath the Anna. And with the sizing with this, these are all, for instance, I'll tell you the exact sizes. The perfect tee is an extra small, the Anna is an extra small, and the Gigi is a small. With the Gigis, I always like to go up one size. But I wanted to show you, so for here I would hide the solid Anna on the hemline of the neck. You have the Gigi coming out of the sleeve of the Anna and the perfect tee, which I have rolled up. You can also roll that up with them, however you want to wear it. You can also do the tie in the back. That really does work for most styles. I wouldn't do it as much with some of our skirts, but for our dresses, it really does work. So like I said, that's what I was talking about it with that underlying color, how it's lighter. But I'm gonna show you that really quick actually. So once again, I was grabbing the first 2. So when I do it with this, I like to hide as much as I can of that color. You see how I did that? I just tuck it in here, and that's why it's important to do it tight, but then you're hiding that lighter color there. So you could do that. You can also belt it how I am, any way you'd like to wear it, either in the front or the back like I just did. You can actually do this exact thing in the front as well, but that is the Gigi, the perfect tee, and the Anna. All right, so I'm bringing some fun pastels in here. So we have the light pinks in here, we have the yellows, if you get closer, so all similar coloring in the same color family. So what I wanna do with the Cassie is I wanna show you how I tie it in the front. I like to do this with the Cassie because it's fitted to the body. This is our tight pencil skirt. So I wanna show you. So as you can see, the slits are right here. I'll come over on this side. We have the slits on the side here. So you're gonna still go to one side, so about right here on the body. And you're just gonna go ahead and grab the bottom and you're gonna tie a knot there. So, let me do that one more time. Like I said, with their knots, you're gonna wanna make sure that the tail is not out too far, creating almost like a real tail look. So with this, as you can see, I'll tuck in this tail a little bit. It adds just a little bit, it pulls it up, shows a little bit more of that pattern on that Cassie, and it's just a different way to wear your perfect tee. You can do that on either side, and that is the perfect tee with the Cassie. All right, here are some really bold colors going on. When I saw these two, I was like, could they be any better to match with each other? I mean, really, almost every single color is incorporated in both patterns, working so well together. I love doing the Julia with the perfect tee because it almost makes a little peplum look if you belt it. So let me show you that. Once again, if you don't want this to show, you can actually oversize the Julia a little bit and make the perfect tee smaller. But as you can see there, showing it a little bit is also fun. I just love doing that. I love showing the patterns on both sides. But I want to show you, just make sure that that hemline on the side is right on the side of you. I picked an orange belt just to match with the fun, bright coloring. Go ahead and belt it there, right at the waistline. And with belts like this, make sure to have fun with the way that you tuck it in. So for instance, right here, I'm tucking mine underneath, but you can also tuck it like this. You can leave it a bunch of different ways, so however you want to do that. But here, as you can see, you mess with the pleats that it creates, but it almost makes a peplum look with that tight skirt. So you can also do this with the Cassie, but I like to do that little knot for the Cassie, but this is the Julia in the perfect, and I just love the way that it makes that feminine line, hides the hips, hides the stomach if that's your problem area, which is mine. And so it's fun, you're comfortable, and you can also roll the sleeves on this as well to add in that extra gray that you can see in the neck hemline. But that is my favorite way to style the perfect tee and the Julia. All right, so here I'm bringing in the Lene. As we get into fall, I'm going to be really adding in a lot more layering pieces, getting really creative with these. So let me show you what I have here. I have a Lene layered underneath a perfect tee. We just have some simple stripes. You can do this with a lighter pattern, a more simple pattern, but you can switch it up as much as you want. I want to show you one thing about this. You can see that there's no light pink in this perfect tee, and I want to make sure that you know that's okay. If they're in the same color family, you can mix and match and really have fun with that. So with this look, what I would do is I would tuck these in, tuck them all the way in, and you're going to want to go underneath. Like anything else, if you can feel it bunch, you're going to want to go underneath and go ahead and make sure that that fabric of both of these layering pieces now will be tucked underneath and flat to the body. There we go. It might take a little second. But so for this one, because these are so close together, the Lene color and the elastic waistband, I would go ahead and tuck this in. You can add a knot here at the bottom of the skirt if you want to add a little bit, add a fun necklace, add a belt here even. But this is just another way to have fun with colors, layer your perfect tee, and really incorporate some of our amazing new styles. So this is the perfect tee, the Lene, and the Lucy. Alrighty, so some more fun fall colors. I really wanted to incorporate that. Obviously, we can sell all of our styles, our prints, our colors all year round, but I like to incorporate some of the upcoming styles and colors that are going around worldwide right now. So this is a fall look. So this is the Amelia with the perfect tee. So what's so amazing about the perfect tee is that you can really wear it with any of our styles, and it's so fun. You can even layer it with other shirts like we did the Gigi and the Lene. So I love this. Like, you can actually wear this loose like this, like I did with the Carly, but you can also belt it. And I don't know if you can see in this Amelia, which is so beautiful, it has a little bit of black in it, but sometimes with two different colors like this and two different prints, I like to just add a bold black or a pop of color, depends on what the outfit is. But with this really elegant outfit, you could add a black Sarah, some black high heels, wear it to a nice dinner. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. So I'll show you how that's belted right there. So once again, I just love the belting looks. It just adds a little bit to your outfit, changing it up. If you just want to add something, like I said, you can keep it simple. Totally fine, especially with two amazing prints like this. We're not necessarily pattern mixing a ton, but just this little fabric that we have here in this little pattern just adds that little extra touch that we all love so much. So that is the perfect tee with the Amelia. Alrighty, so here we have the Lola, and we have this black solid Lola that I knew that you guys would love so much. I got it in my inventory and I was like, yes, this is amazing. So I'm bringing in this pop of color with the necklace. Like, jewelry is so much fun, and we just did that on social media recently, is accessorize. There's so much you can do with your LuLaRoe, whether it's a belt, a necklace, a hat, anything. So much fun. So with this, I think it's really fun. I want to show you, we've been knotting and doing a lot of that, but with this one, I wouldn't necessarily just leave it out. I would either do the knot in the front again, on the side, like that, just showing a little bit more, because I feel like when it's all the way down, it's just it looks a little bit unfinished. Or you could tie it in the back. Or we can also do a knot on the complete side of the body. So let's see how I can do this. So you're gonna wanna make this knot as little as you can and tuck in the tail as well. I also like to try to show the main print as much as possible. So as you can see, it almost looks like a rose. I love that the perfect tee, I think in the front and the back, it can become a little bit too large of a knot, and that's something to just take a look at and be aware of to make sure it doesn't look unfinished or too much. But I like this on the side. It creates like a little loop effect. Complete different look, same shirt. It's what's so fun about our clothing. It's so versatile. And I mean, this is so many different ways that you can show your customers and your teams the way to knot and belt and style your perfect tees. So we have one more outfit. That is the perfect tee and the Lola. So let's go on to the next one. All right, so I am just loving these colors right now. I've been working with them so much, but I really wanted to show you this fun way with the azure and the perfect tee. The azure almost becomes like an underneath layering piece. Like I kind of have it here with the Carly, but a little bit shorter. So I want to show you. With the azure, what I do is I fold it once so it'll be right above the knee. And then you can see it almost looks, when you belt it, what's so much fun right now is I've been trying to incorporate thicker belts because I have so many of them, but I'm using two solids, complete different colors, same fall looks, and I want to make sure that you guys know that, as I mentioned earlier, is to really have fun with your colors. Just because these both are incorporated in the skirt, it works, and it's bold, it's different, and it'll catch someone's eye. If you're walking by in this, you're gonna have somebody that wants to be introduced to LuLaRoe, and you know that's your goal. So let me show you this. So what I'm gonna do then is belt it here, and as you can see, I'm using a similar color of the mustard, just that monochromatic look that I always love so much. Take up the arm there. So I have monochromatic in the mustards and as well as the turquoises. Two different shades of the same color, which is so fun to do, and you can do it with so many of your solids and with pattern mixing as well. It's just a good note to take in. So we have that there. We'll tuck this in. Complete look, so appropriate, so feminine. I love it so much. So that completes all of our looks for the perfect tee. I hope that was helpful. One more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is we are gonna start something new with this, make it a little bit more fun and more interactive for you guys watching and listening. So with the hashtag LuLaRoe Styling Challenge, once again, that's hashtag LuLaRoe Styling Challenge, what I want you to do is I'm gonna give you the style that we are going to be showing next week, and I want you to, with that hashtag, show us the best ways you style that piece. It gives me inspo, it gives everybody else inspo, and this is also a way that you guys can look at this hashtag and see what everybody's doing. Learn from each other. That's what this is all about. And so for next week, we are gonna start with the LuLaRoe Joy. So I want you to do hashtag LuLaRoe Styling Challenge, and always use the hashtags as well for all your pieces. Just a good note. This is ways that your customers can go look and see how to style the piece that they just bought. So you're gonna do hashtag LuLaRoe Styling Challenge and hashtag Joy. And you can tag LuLaRoe, of course. You can tag me, style with page A as well if you want to, so that I see it. But you're gonna go ahead and do that and show us how you wear your joys so that I can pick a winner next week and you'll win 10 joys. So whoever I believe has the most creative or best outfit with the joy, you will win 10 of those pieces. So I can't wait to see you guys next week and be able to answer your Q&As at the end of our session next Wednesday at 1 p.m. So thank you so much.